Namaste, Star Family. Welcome to the Matrix Oracle. My name is Audrey. This is your cosmic weather forecast for May 2025. So let's see how the cosmos is organized on May 1st, okay? One thing that stands out right off the bat to this girl is those half square energy, okay? So half square here, apex, the moon and Jupiter, okay? And then another one, okay, to the sun between Pluto and Mars. What does that mean? Well, what I'm seeing is that with the apex of those energies, this is going to be a lot of third eye activation. When you're working with your Kundalini energy, your life force, the planets are connected to your chakra. And there's different schools of this, but I've worked with different approaches for many years, and this one has been the most transformative. The transformation came with the association of the sun and the moon in the third eye. This is because as the sun and the moon are going through this sacred dance between feminine and masculine and their union to the divine, we're starting remembering, unveiling the illusion. So this is something that is very dear to me, and what I love for May 2025, those sacred geometry where you have half a square, it's explosive. Booyah! Okay? That means we have a lot of the things that are subconscious to us with the moon and with the sun that are going to be revealed. Now, I'm being also reminded there is Jupiter that is just there on the line of horizon. This is your one-on-one relationships. And with Jupiter, there's a lot of connection to your sacral, what you create. So there are certain things about your creative process that is going to come to the surface. Your creative process might have been influenced by certain dynamics one-on-one, certain relationships. And in May 2025, you're going to realize some of those subconscious patterns. They're going to be brought up to the surface. And here with the sun being in the fourth house, there might be also certain realization about the way you were raised, the way you were taught to believe certain things about yourself, just to please your environment. And that are going to show you now how you can free and untie yourself from the past. There's a lot here that is being rewired and that is being communicated by your higher self. When you work with esoteric astrology, the third house, where you have all this cluster here of energies, is your communication with your higher self. Some of you that are working more intimately with me in the YouTube membership, we have a community, there's 3 different layers. I've given and shared some guidance for May 2025 as far as energy work. And what I've realized as I was starting to do this energy work and starting to prep the ground is something very interesting, is that I was feeling vibrationally that I was clearing the inside of my home, my temple, and allowing the cosmos, the divine consciousness to come and fill the vessel. And I was feeling the divine consciousness from my ancestors, consciousness from my past life, consciousness from my connection to divine intelligence. So that's something that is in the works in May 2025. If some of you are interested to join us and you're watching on YouTube, this is going to be here for that option, or just the join button. And if you're watching this on Instagram, just go check out my bio link. What is going to be that communication with your higher self? Well, it's all going to depend on where you're at on your spiritual path. But what I can tell you with this line of energy between the collective North Node, South Node, and that apex to the moon and Jupiter is that there is a lot of recalibration, reorientation. There might be some changes in the flow of how you're doing things, or how you're thinking about the future, or what you might want for the future. And this is divinely guided. There's a lot of planets here. That means a lot of chakra, a lot of energy going through you that are pulling you into this greater direction, a direction that is most in alignment with your authentic self, with the channeling of divine consciousness. Through that process, what is going to support you is a calm nervous system, because there is this opposition between Pluto that is very much teaching us right now the law of vibration, and soon is going to go retrograde, so the lesson is going to crank up a notch. Okay, with here Mars, that is very much connected to our nervous system, to our solar plexus, how we have confidence to move forward with our guidance. And I would say here, through this process, you have to trust your divine unfolding. You have to trust that the things that may have not worked out then couldn't work again this time, because there's a different version of you that emerges every single day. Every day when you're rising again. You don't have to wait for next month, next year. You can rise into that greater version every day. That's it, my dear soul tribe and family. I'm going to hop on the subscription for Instagram. So we're going to channel some messages from the higher self, so you can get a little bit more of that communication. We'll just channel for our group, for our tribe. If you have never joined us, you have a 14 days trial that is offered, so you can see how that feels to you. If you're watching this on YouTube, you'll have to move on to the other platform. I'm sending you so much love, so much light, and I thank you from my heart for supporting me through this spiritual evolution together. Namaste.